Hello, my name is Janine Eisenman. I'm an advanced safety consultant with the Wisconsin On-Site Safety and Health Consultation Program known as WisCon. Today's topic is housekeeping. It's not just for hotels. Have you ever done a walkthrough of the facility and came across something that looked similar to this and thought, how did it get this way? Or does OSHA have any requirements addressing housekeeping? The answer to the question is yes. There are several standards within the 1910 General Industry Regulations that list specific housekeeping requirements as they relate to various work practices and/or conditions. This is a list of those specific standards. I would recommend reviewing this list to determine if any of these standards may pertain to your facility or operations. If so, I would recommend reviewing the specific housekeeping standards that may pertain and assuring that your internal housekeeping programs reflect those requirements. We are going to talk about a few of them. In 2017, OSHA had updated their 1910 General Industry Subpart D Walking Working Surface Standards. Within this subpart, there is 1910-22, which addresses general housekeeping requirements of walking working surfaces. All places of employment, passageways, storage rooms, and service rooms shall be kept in a clean and orderly and in a sanitary condition. The floors of every workroom shall be maintained in a clean and, as so far possible, dry condition. Where wet processes are used, drainage shall be maintained, and false floors, platforms, mats, or other standing places should be provided where practical. Walking working surfaces are to be maintained free from hazards such as sharp or protruding objects, loose boards, corrosion, leaks, spills, snow, and ice. Inspection, maintenance, and repair. The employer must ensure walking working surfaces are inspected regularly and as necessary, and also maintained in a safe condition. Hazardous conditions on walking working surfaces are corrected or repaired before an employee uses the walking working surface again. The correction or repair cannot be made immediately. The hazard must be guarded to prevent employees from using the walking working surface until that hazard is corrected or repaired, and when any correction or repair involves the structural integrity of the walking working surface, a qualified person performs or supervises the correction or repair. In 1910-106 flammable liquids, housekeeping practices are listed there as well. Maintenance and operating practices shall be in accordance with established procedures, which will tend to control leakage and prevent accidental escape of flammable liquids. Spills shall be cleaned up promptly. Combustible waste material and residues in a building or unit operating area shall be kept to a minimum, stored in covered metal receptacles, and disposed of daily. The ground area around buildings and unit operating areas shall be kept free of weeds, trash, and other unnecessary combustible materials. 1910-141 Sanitation Standard also has a paragraph A3 addressing housekeeping. This paragraph is very similar to the 1910-22 General Requirements for Walking Working Surfaces. In this standard, all places of employment shall be kept clean to the extent that the nature of the work allows. The floor of every workroom shall be maintained, so far as practical, in a dry condition. Where wet processes are used, drainage shall be maintained, and false floors, platforms, mats, or other dry standing places shall be provided. Where practical, or appropriate waterproof gear shall be provided. To facilitate cleaning, every floor, workplace, and passageway shall be kept free from protruding nails, splinters, loose boards, and unnecessary holes and openings. Material handling and storage in 1910-176 also has housekeeping practices that are listed. Storage areas shall be kept free of accumulation of materials that constitute hazards from tripping, fire, explosion, or pest harborage. Vegetation control will be exercised when necessary. In summary, we have taken a look at several of the specific 1910 general industry standards that actually call out different housekeeping practices that are required. Take a closer look at the mess and determine why is it there. Review specific OSHA standards for specific housekeeping requirements. Develop and/or review your current facility's housekeeping program. Train your employees on your company's housekeeping practices, involve them in the process. Monitor that housekeeping practices are in place and are being maintained, and look beyond the mess and determine if the items are pointing to bigger issues.